Don't hold it up there, you'll fucking see what's going on. Right, hi. Oh, Jesus Christ, Adam. We're here with Adam, the Magic JetSki.
That's it.
One day I'll be able to say his name, his last name. It's...
Maciejewski.
Fuck, that's so cool. Maciejewski. Maciejewski.
Easy.
It sounds, yeah, okay. The Magic JetSki. You can see how we came to this.
That's it.
I'm sorry, it's a terrible thing to say. But anyway, we're here. Unbelievably, this is Adam's RX-7, original OG RX-7.
That's it.
Off of a long, long time ago. Now, when did you get this? It's currently 2022. Just.
2013.
Wow, 2013.
Yep.
So it's nearly 10 years.
Yeah, nearly, yeah.
Wow.
9 years. 2013.
Where did it come from?
Somewhere in Suffolk.
Okay, wasn't like a fresh import or anything?
No.
It is an import, isn't it?
No, it's a UK car.
It was a UK car?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a UK car. S4, pre-facelift, NA, non-turbo, FC.
Oh, yeah.
Got it off eBay. £750. It was at the point where I sold my convertible E30 because I couldn't insure it. And I was looking for a two-door E30, non-convertible, which would be easy to insure. And one of my friends, Chris Godfrey, sent me this.
Okay.
He was like, mate, for £700 you could have an FC.
You're going to have a world of hell.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. Didn't view it, called the guy, left a deposit. And then one day after college, I was still in college, went down and picked it up with my dad.
Nice.
On an A-frame.
On an A-frame.
We told this.
With a...
Over 200 miles on an A-frame.
But with
a Ford Focus.
Obviously. With a Ford Focus.
But it was
amazing.
Really funny story. Got to the guy's house, farm, with like a massive hangar thing. He's got like loads of classic off-road, like army sort of World War II bits and cars and trucks and stuff, and this was just parked right in the middle. I couldn't get in the car, it was full of parts. I could never sit in it. I just looked at it, I was like, wow, this is an RX-7. It's the first time I ever saw one. I was just so excited. I was like, right, gave him the money.
Not even. Wait, so did you buy this as a vehicle that ran and drove, or just as a thing to look at? Because at this moment in time, it sounds like you just bought...
It ran.
Right, it ran.
Because this was a track day car.
Oh,
this
okay.
This used to be a track car.
Right.
The guy had it for 16 years.
Yeah.
He daily drove it for like 12, 13 years. The last 3 years of his ownership was a track car.
Right, okay.
So he said he had a rebuilt engine, this and that, but it was in bids. Had no exhaust on it, so he started it for me when I got there. It was like hell. Just no headers on it, nothing.
Okay.
So it was like fucking eardrum explosives. But started it for a second, I was like, sweet, yep, runs. I know fuck all about rotaries, I don't know what to look at.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it.
It's not on fire, and it seems to be running.
Okay.
That's enough, yeah.
That's it.
Now, so this was the NA 13B. Was it called the 13B, the NA version? I suppose it is, isn't it?
Yeah, 13B.
So that was are they 100? Am I right in thinking they're 150 brake cores? Or
150. There should be 150. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So for the time, you think about like what else this was competing with.
Yeah.
This would be like, I'm not going to say the word Calibra, but I'm going to say the word Calibra. So a front-wheel drive coupe with 150 brake cores would be like the C20XE or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they did the turbo version, which was it 200?
Of this?
Yeah, the turbo version of this, the 13B turbo.
The facelift turbo one only had 168 brake, and the S5 like one that you had.
It was the turbo 2, yeah.
Yeah, 200.
Yeah, okay. So it's just like the Calibra.
Yeah.
Because then the LET version had 200 brake cores. The RX-7 FC, just like a Calibra.
Really so.
Fucking hell.
At the time when Eliza had the Civic with a B16 swap, that was way faster than this.
Yeah, but the thing is, it didn't have a red line. You could literally just hang the fucking thing forever, and they do seem to, That was kind of when you took this to Poland, now we'll scooch back, but when you took this to Poland, it was super fucking loud. It was the reviest, most aggressive, loudest thing in the world, and that was when it was 150 brake at the NA, but it had multiple engines before. And so what happened? You bought it, you took it home, you realised what you'd done.
Yeah. So, bought it, took it home. At the time, no way I can insure this either to drive it on the road. So, first time I drove it was at Buxton.
Right.
Obviously, I've done some stuff before that. I took the race subframe off and welded the diff.
Right. Obviously.
I took the race steer guys out.
Oh yeah, because they're passive, aren't they? They're like a bush.
Yeah, that's it. So
like
when you sort of shook it in, it sort of toes out or toes in. And
I hated that with mine. I really hated that with mine.
I never drove it with that. So that was the first thing I did. Is like welded diff, rear steer eliminators, and that was it. Took it Buxton, and then after that. I got the engine compression tested by Craig.
Oh yeah.
At TGS, and it turns out to be like really good compression, like a freshly built engine, which was really good. And engine-wise, it had that engine up till about 2016, 15, and then I swapped the MX-5 engine in.
Oh yeah, the
B6ZE.
Yep.
Thrown that in it, turboed it, and that was really good. Really good on fuel.
Well, before we get on to that, the NA RX-7 engine.
Yeah.
Now, so he suggested that it was a rebuild, or was it potentially the original engine?
It was rebuilt.
It was rebuilt.
It was
okay.
Yeah, the guy said it was rebuilt by Essex Rotary near his way, but there was no paperwork on the rebuild. Because
the thing is, I always feel like NARX7 engines, like rotary engines, get a lot of bad rap for doing tips and just generally if there's a little bit of a fueling issue, immediately they just destroy themselves, and it's sad really because they sound great, they go fantastic. I really enjoyed mine, and I was pretty resentful when mine just let go for seemingly no reason. I'd taken mine to WGT, and then I drove it for about 2-3 days, and I wasn't even on gas really, going under a bridge, fire out the back, and that was the end of mine. And I've never really gone back to rotaries after that because I just had such a bad experience. I don't think it was WGT, or I don't think it was them at all. I just think it was, they just feel like it. But my point to this is, I feel like NA rotary engines just seem to be, that's it, like stock ECU, stock engine.
That's it.
There's no, as long as you don't like fucking pour diesel in the fucker, it's likely to be just happy.
Mine was simple. Like I serviced it really often. Like I do oil.
Well, they need a lot of oil.
Yeah, oil every.
Did they have an oil? Did they have an oil squirter?
Yeah. The OMP, like the oil metering pump.
Right. So it's 2-stroke.
No. So basically, like the OMP system, that squirts the oil that it uses.
Oh, okay.
And obviously that's on like a weird mechanical thing where the more the throttle body moves, the more the thing moves on the OMP pump, which sprays more oil into the engine.
Right. But then still sounds a bit 2-strokey.
I'll put 2-stroke in it.
Right.
So your premix as well.
Okay.
Tank,
yeah. Obviously.
Because what you can do, because the OMP system fail.
Right.
And then when you don't premix, they run too dry, and that's when they go boom.
It sounds like you knew enough about rotaries to make sure yours worked well enough. You say you turned up to buy this and you had no idea. You learnt a lot clearly very quickly.
Yeah. I've done a lot of reading.
I've done a lot of reading.
Yeah, I've done a lot of reading. And what I've done is
I
left the OMP alone. If it works, it works. But I pre-mixed as well, just in case. So it's like you can do that. So it had loads of oil.
That's wild.
Loads of oil.
That's wild.
Because some people delete it because there's a lot of things because they just run like the old what's the oil, the mineral oil, like a racing mineral oil, but then when you delete the pump you can run like semi-synthetic or synthetic or whatever you want.
Okay.
So but I don't know, I didn't have to.
Okay, well, fucking hell. It sounds well complicated. I feel like I should have, maybe when I bought mine, maybe I should have read some stuff. Maybe I'd still have mine. Mine wouldn't now have an LS430 engine in it.
Is that what it does?
Yeah.
What you said?
Yeah. The guy bought it off me for $1,000. I was super sour, and he put a 1UZ in it, 430 engine. Well, it just doesn't matter. We're not here to talk about that. So anyway, the point now, it was white, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At that point, it was white.
It was a creamy white.
Fucking red suns.
That's it. Red Suns, all the stickers on it.
Yeah.
Like S14 side skirts, a few.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bars, just really low.
They were your ass side skirts.
Yeah, your ass.
That was awful. That was so awful. It was fucking awful. I remember in a group chat and we were all talking and you'd like, oh, I've done all this, and we'd all like gone, oh man, that's so cool.
You all slagged it off.
And then after a while I was like, you're like, oh yeah, so I'm thinking of doing this, and we were just like, Adam, stop. Just fucking stop. Just look, do what you want, man, but like...
At the time, I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't bad, no, it wasn't, in hindsight, it wasn't bad at all. It was just a bit, there was elements that felt a bit excessive. Like the red got excessive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you styling points because, things look good, and I clearly don't know what the fuck looks good. So I'm not going to talk about that, but the car started white.
Yep.
It had the 150 brake rotary engine in it.
Yeah.
What happened next?
It probably got painted like bluey white, because when I refreshed it the first time, that's the only paint I had left was like a frozen white off a Ford Transit.
Oh, okay.
So I mixed some colours together and it ended up like a bluey white.
Right.
Which was like a frosty shade.
Yeah.
After that, at some point, it was very scruffy for a bit.
It was very scruffy for a bit.
Crashed it enough times.
You crashed it loads.
Different body panels, probably like Red Wings.
Yeah, you always had like 14-inch fucking wheels as well, like those
15s.
gold. Oh, the 15s.
15s, yeah. 15s all round, and then at some point, when it was still white, I had the free spokes. Got the free spokes.
Oh yeah, you got the Advan.
SC3Rs.
Oh yeah.
Went up to 17s.
Oh yeah, that was a big deal.
Done the engine swap. At some point.
Yeah.
I can't remember when.
Now, was that when it was white or?
Yeah, white.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when it was still had the red stickers on.
Because you had to tube front it as well, didn't you? Because
I tubed the front end in like 2015 after I crashed at Buxton. I spun out, sort of tapped the wall.
Yep.
But then Chris was already fully into it.
Yeah.
So he wrote off the front end because it was so rotten anyway. Moved the whole thing, moved the towers like 3 inches. Anyway, chopped the whole thing off, and that's when it got tubed the first time.
Yep.
So 2015 Mod Surrey was the first event after the tube front end.
Yeah.
And then engine swap happened like 16, 17.
Okay, yeah. Bloody hell, was it that long ago?
Wasn't that long ago. But so that happened, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
Had a bit more power.
The thing was, exactly that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It came into its own. It seemed to. I mean, what power was it? It was about 200 and odd.
It was like 290 at the flywheel.
290 at the fly.
Yeah.
So it's a nice place to be. You could certainly. I mean, what gearbox was it using? Was it using the MX-5 gearbox?
No, FC gearbox.
FC gearbox.
Speed, yeah,
Wow.
FC NA 5-speed.
So how the fuck did they just fit?
Well, the gearboxes are pretty much the same except the bell housing.
Right. Okay. Well, so you did a bell housing swap to get it on, or?
Yeah. So for the million questions I get on Instagram, how to do the swap, just swap your bell housings. The rest just becomes fucking simple.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
You will literally put an MX-5 bell housing on your FC gearbox.
Yeah.
Bolt them together.
Yeah.
Put your engine and gearbox back in.
Everything just fits.
Yeah. Bolt your gearbox where it should be. Level your engine out on a jack. Make your engine mounts.
Make your engine mounts, and off you go.
Easy. Your prop fits, everything fits.
Yeah, I suppose that's the best way of doing it.
Very simple.
That's how Harley. Well, I say Harley. That's how Max did the 350.
With the CDR.
Exactly that. Yeah, because it's like, how did you get an SR in with the? It was like, literally exactly that.
Yeah.
Just put it where you think it should be,
and
then he just welded these mounts in. Done.
That's it.
Okay, cool. So at that point you were. It was red. Did it quickly become red?
Yeah. It was like when it needed a massive refresh.
Not this refresh.
Not this sort of refresh. That was like a 2-day in the garage at home refresh.
Right.
Sanded it all, filled some of it.
Yeah, but let me just stop you there. Like a 2-day refresh for you is like I remember the day before we were all setting off to next level, and you had this pretty much in this fucking state with no engine and shit. And we were like, oh, is Adam coming to next level?
Yeah, this was a rolling show.
He can't possibly be coming to.
And I got everyone together, like Pickering.
Yeah.
Picked it up, brought it over here. Had a couple of lads here. We just jet washed the engine bay, got it all together. Found bits upstairs, bits of wiring loom. Obviously the engine was sat on a shelf at home, like in the garage for ages, like 3 years.
Yeah.
Didn't know if it was going to run. ended up.
But like all good rotary engines, you just slapped it back in. So this is the thing. Now you took the MX-5 engine out.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Basically, MX-5 engine came out of this because I was going to weld it. This was going to be welded.
Oh, okay, not the engine.
Fixed.
Okay, yeah.
So when I thought, right, this is getting to a point now where I don't have a floor anymore. I should probably do some welding.
We'll have a look at the specifics to stuff in a minute, but
that's when I bought the MX-5. I thought, cheap MX-5.
Yeah.
My mate was breaking it. I was like, if you want to break it at my garage, and give me the shell for it.
Yeah.
Because he just wanted all this nice bits of, but because he was at uni, he just had nowhere to do it.
Yeah.
You remember Mikko, Polish lad?
Oh yeah.
But back to the low origin hangs and stuff.
Yeah.
I got the car off him, and I was like, I've got an MX-5 engine. I'll just build a very simple seat time car.
Yeah.
Whilst I weld this up.
Yeah.
So I've done that, built it. This sat on the driveway waiting. Obviously done loads of other things in the meantime, and then ended up moving down to Cambridge. Sold the MX-5.
Oh yeah. So you didn't sell it to Gary Boyd, but Gary Boyd.
No. Gary Boyd has it now. It's had about 5 owners since. I sold it to Liam Ship.
Oh yeah.
He sold it to like Jake Brooks he used to work at Driftworks or something.
Oh yeah.
And then I think he sold it to Strang.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone else in between, and then Strang sold it to Gary.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then anyway, this sat on a driveway still for years.
Yeah.
And then it was last year I decided to finally bring it back to life.
Yeah. I'll be honest, when I saw this on your driveway, there were two RX-7s on Adam's driveway. There's a blue one. Yeah, there's a blue one that we picked up in
I don't know.
Fucking forever ago.
I've had that about 7-8 years now.
We picked that up on Kevin the Beaver Tail, and that I remember like dragging it on the back of the bed and like most of it falling apart.
This was horrible.
But then this parked not too far from it was like kind of looks.
Because we had to drag that car like
very
90 feet
similar
out the driveway.
Yeah.
And drag the winch across the guy's fucking brick wall and stuff, and trying to pull the car out. Because the car was there for like 16 years on that drive, and the guy's wife was getting.
And now it's just moved to another driveway. We'll spend another 16 years.
That's it.
Doing fuck all.
Much, yeah. So.
Okay. Look, it's great to see it in this state. What I'd like to do now is we'll have a look at some of the specifics to what you've done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, quite obviously, there's no fucking front anymore.
Yeah.
This is a completely different. You had a tube front that I seem to remember would physically pop off.
No, it was all welded on.
Okay. Oh, it was all welded on.
Yeah.
So this is now. I'm going to use this.
Yeah. So
is this now a pop-up? Well, there is no front end that's been currently made at this point. But is the intention to make something that pops on and off?
That's it. So what's going to happen is the front end will be like 25mm tube, which is like the spec what it should be.
Strong.
Because before it used to be like a 2-inch pipe, 6mm wall. If I ever crashed into anyone,
they would die.
But no one knew that.
You hear that, Regs? Just remember.
Anyway, now obviously you're just going to slip on the top, bolt through the side.
Yep.
And 2 bolts there.
Nice.
The whole front end's going to come off.
Nice and easy. Yeah. And obviously you're going to be having radiators in the front, not in the back.
No, all in the front.
Why would you have a radiator in the back? I want to talk about this stuff, right? Because I love this shit. Like I really do. Now, given how close a lot of this is to things that are important, what is this hole here?
This was possibly throttle cable.
That's throttle cable.
Or maybe a little bit of loom.
Okay, but the point is you couldn't bring this tub any further higher because this was the... Yeah. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. So what is this called? And as in like, what's the effect and how the fuck do you do it? It's what?
Bead rolling.
Bead rolling.
Yeah.
It's bead rolling.
That's it. So you roll the bead onto the panel. You just like, I don't know, the thing's just a big thing. 2 wheels on it, handle, you feed your metal through.
Right.
You can manoeuvre it.
It looks great.
Whatever pattern you want into it.
I like it. It looks good. This looks like there's some clever measurements and stuff going on there, but it looks fantastic. I really like this shit.
Mine's just a cheap entry one from eBay, about 160 quid.
No way.
You get a couple of dies from it. It's nothing like what Huxley uses or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to put some strength into the panels.
Yeah.
If this was all flat panels, you know, there's all the floors would rattle, ping them, you know.
Well, that's my next bit. Let's move round. We'll move round here. So this.
Yeah.
This, now you might not be able to see this from this side, but this was kind of like this for most of the time you've had it, but it didn't look quite so neat as this.
No. So initially, when I fitted a bucket seat to this, it was nowhere near as nice. I just cut a massive hole there, fit the bucket seat, and plated it up, a couple of tack welds, loaded it with CNC.
Oh, you're going to tell us that you did some tack welds? Because I seen this on a fucking ramp about fucking a million years ago.
It wasn't welded on this side.
Welded? Oh yeah, no, it was welded on the outside, but it didn't look like there had been any welds on the inside.
It was quite funny as well because I didn't bother cutting anything to size. There was just like a sheet metal overhanging the exhaust for like 7 years, but no one cared about it.
Look, it looks great and it serves a purpose, but I just feel like what the fuck used to be here? Do you know, like they clearly.
No, the exhaust. Yeah, the exhaust.
The exhaust.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like.
This
it
is
comes
all
on
just
there.
exhaust.
All right. Okay. Now most of the floor's been replaced in here, and I presume that's due to rust.
Rust and bending.
Rust and bending. Yeah, it felt like a very flappy, foldy car. I've driven this once at Teesside about. I was with Ali. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And neither me nor Ali could do a single drift.
I've got on board to this. It's very funny. Actually.
It's incredible.
You get very angry, like
just driving so fucking. It had no power steering, but
driving on a settle. Like, why can I not do this?
yeah, exactly that. It's like both me and Ali came to the conclusion that Adam must be the strongest man in the universe because his steering wheel required such quick input, but had so little movement. Like you couldn't. Yeah. It was. I think it was the power steering pump still on or something, but it wasn't working.
Non-power steering rack. None of it.
Well, why the fuck did it feel so horrendously heavy?
Because it's just front end.
It's because we're pussies. That's why.
On the front, you know.
Yeah, it's because we're pussies.
Whatever. All that contact.
Whatever, fam. Whatever. Now the back section here. Now you did this because of diff movement stuff. Am I right in saying that, or like you
subframe movements?
Subframe movements, right? Okay. So originally these were more buckety for people to apparently sit in.
Yeah.
And you've raised these so that you can now. So
because they used to sink in.
Yeah.
Obviously, to allow for the shopping to go in there.
Yeah.
Or your child. But no, basically when you tilt the FC subframe upwards to get camber out.
Right. So you're tilting an FC subframe back to get more camber.
No.
To get less
subframe
camber.
like this, you tilt it upwards.
Okay.
And that sort of pushes the wheels out.
Right, okay.
But basically, top of the toe arms, like the ball joints, they end up punching through the floor and piercing holes. So mine had like little cracks where these guys kept coming through on big squat.
Jesus Christ, big squat. Big squat.
That's it.
So where are your turrets supposed to be, Adam?
Probably
about
there.
Okay. So this effectively takes out, because you said you had a lot of droop.
Yeah.
And that is something you don't want.
Yeah. Felt horrible.
So in raising the turrets, something we've joked about for many years, you have effectively lowered the car, or you've body dropped a little bit.
Body drops. The car.
The body has dropped.
The car's still at the same height. But I could wind my springs back up and have a fully working coilover.
Well, that just sounds tremendous.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, look, I know we rib you for this, but this is a really good solution for a problem that is something that plagues everyone who wants to have a cool fucking low car. Now,
I mean, to be honest, if you have some money and you're not skint, you could probably just go to Driftworks and buy a shorter coilover and not have any issues. But if you're skint all the time and you have a welder to hand, you just raise your turrets.
just raise your turrets. Fucking hell. Well, look, it works. Colours.
Yep.
Now, the underside of this, which... No, let's not do that.
We could do.
We could, but I feel like we might die.
She's moving. There we go.
Fuck me. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I'm not fucking sure. I dislike this intensely. Right, so under here we can see now the extent of the modification to... So this was obviously much closer in here.
So this used to, like, this sort of angle
Yeah.
Used to carry on
all the way down.
Yeah, pretty much all the way down. And that's where
look at the beating this is taking. Jesus Christ.
This is taking some good beating. During the MX-5.
Why have you not done this to the other side?
This side?
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck passengers.
Fuck
is it?
passengers.
Right,
yeah.
Fuck passengers. Right, fair enough. That's fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. What is this? Is this stone chip or some fucking protection? What have you done to this to make it so that it doesn't fucking rot as quickly as it was doing?
So this is like edge primer, followed by seam sealer, followed by stone chip.
Oh, okay.
And the last thing is like enamel paint finish.
Oh, okay.
To seal it up so it's nice and dry. Like you could wet it, wipe it. With normal stone chip, if you've got a rag, wanted to wipe something off, you'd be taking it off. It always stays sticky, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is nice and dry, goes hard, it's shiny.
Goes hard. What the fuck are these? These look like, this looks like fucking pipe that you've put into the...
This is roll cage tubing.
Oh, okay.
This is 38mm CDS.
Nice.
In order to jack the vehicle up at any point.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's fucking smart because you try this on any other Japanese car, or any car, and they just go wee, wee, wee. But to be fair, I remember yours being very badly folded in places
Mine was
under
very
here.
flat. Yeah, there was also left.
Okay, that's a really fucking good idea. Does it connect to the roll cage? Does it need to connect to the roll cage?
No, it connects to the inner sill. So obviously before this, all the structure of the car is welded to the pipe underneath.
Okay.
And then this is put on top, stitched it to it as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I was going to sort of drop it down to the roll cage.
Yeah.
But
it serves a purpose. That's the important thing. I can see here. So this is where. So when you do it, you tilt.
Yeah.
This is all out the fucking way and lovely. That's kind of all that really fucking matters there, isn't it? What's this?
This is
what's this?
the start of the fuel tank mount.
Right. Okay.
Which is probably not going to be used now.
Where's the stock tank? Oh, and where does the stock tank go? Is it in the?
Oh no, the stock. I don't know actually. I never had a stock tank.
Oh, because it was race car, bro.
Car, bro.
No.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, so I always had a 40-litre race tank in it. Which was always in this sort of space. But I'm guessing that's where it was, because that's the original straps.
Tank straps would go there, so it must have been around about here. So if you did get rear-ended in one of these, you just exploded.
Yeah, you just die.
Cool. This is adorable. This is in the shape of a rotor.
Of Doritos.
Of a little Dorito.
Cheesy Doritos.
Cheesy Doritos, yeah.
Big fan.
This is a nice one. Means you can jack up on a drift day and get yourself some fucking new wheels fitted and stuff.
Legs, shorter.
Shorter? Do you mean shorter this way, or do you mean
sorry,
shallower?
Yeah, shallower.
Oh.
So normal FC chassis legs.
Oh, they're quite. Oh, hang on. No, I remember this. They were significant in this section here. Come down. Wait.
Yeah.
So
this is sort of squashed.
So they'd have continued out of this end here.
Yeah. Well, this would normally come out a bit more, but this is notched.
Oh, okay.
And it steps down even further.
Yeah.
So it's almost level with everything else.
And then reality is you've got a cage in there as well. So the rigidity, I mean, this is going to give rigidity as well, but the excessive amounts, because mine are the same, well, not the same, but mine are very, very deep, and they don't need to be. And I've been tempted to do something very similar.
That's it.
But that's a nice little mod, that.
I've seen like people in Japan and stuff removing chassis legs and welding them on the inside of the floor. I just didn't like the fact of having a chassis leg between my legs or on the bucket seat or
yeah.
You know, it just didn't make any sense.
It's nice. I mean, fuck me, it's not flat floored, but it's getting there.
That's the thing, because I'm gonna run it just as low as it was.
Yeah.
It'll be just
oh really?
Nice.
Oh really?
Yeah. I'm not gonna do a fucking Nakamura inspired front end up in the air.
Oh really? That's so unusual.
Very unusual.
Right. Okay. So I think we've covered most of the things under here. I think we'll talk about the colour of the inside. What? Let's move on. I'm gonna get in.
You can get in the car.
Tell me. Show me.
Yeah.
So I am currently inside.
The RX-7.
The RX-7. It's green. What green is this? Because it's a fucking lovely green. It's like
a green of new 2021 M3.
Oh, okay, cool. It's a good green. It's a real nice. Got some real good depth to it. Okay, then the outside of the vehicle. I'm gonna get the fuck on the outside of the vehicle. Outside of the vehicle. Now, what colour is this, Adam? What colour is it?
Zesty lemon.
Zesty lemon.
Zesty lemon. Yeah.
Zesty lemon. Is it yellow?
It's pretty much yellow, yeah.
Or is it green?
It's like an inside of an avocado.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's it. It is an avocado. Yeah. Okay. It's the RX-7 avocado.
Like
it's beautiful.
Sponsored by Highway Maintenance, PP O'Connor sort of car, like 2023. So next thing is Sort of refurbish the subframes,
Yep.
get them powder coated, painted, get the boards zinc coated, and yeah, put the subframes back together, get it rolling on some wheels.
Nice.
And then yeah, I'll be able to take it home basically. We'll actually stick a windscreen back in it. That'd be nice.
That'd be a good idea. Yeah. Sunroof.
Yeah, sunroof panel on.
Panel, not sunroof.
No, no sunroofs.
Okay.
It was really heavy, to be honest. The whole thing, I'd probably saved quite a lot of weight. Deleting the whole bracketry mechanism.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It was really
Saying that, the boot, I'm really surprised by bits and bobs of Japanese cars. They make fucking random things stupidly. The passenger seat in the 300ZX is 29 kilos.
Oh yeah, that's like a sofa chair.
Yeah.
In a 300.
Yeah, it is weird. The boot. There is 2 separate weights, 2 kilo weights just in the back of the boot, so that it doesn't go wha-bang.
Yeah.
You know, just make it heavy enough, fuck's sake. Okay, so once it's on the ground, it's going back home, and then you're going to start moving on. Is the plan to have this to do drifting with this year, next year? What's the plan?
This year, well, not this year, next year is a push.
Yeah.
I think if I get it sort of moving on its own by the end of the year, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Ideally, if I could get it done for like maybe August time before that, possibly take it next level next year.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Do you know?
No. There's still a lot which needs to be done.
And the thing is, it's clear that you're trying to do this the right way as well. Like it's had many iterations, many versions of this thing have existed, and it's nice to see it's really the very best version of this car it can possibly be.
That's it.
Okay, cool. Right, well, I think we'll leave it there. It's nice to get a catch up with this car. It's from being the loudest car in Poland. It's nice to see that it's still alive and doing bits.
That's it. It's still alive. It's 100% metal.
100% metal.
That's it.
100% metal.
There's no plastic bottles in the sails and
no plastic
sealant, nothing. So yeah, next thing, obviously, build the engine.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. What engine? We have not covered this. What engine are you actually going to put in this?
Probably a 2J.
That sounds way more serious. That sounds way more serious than a 150 brake horse NA rotary engine. Really?
I have bought a turbo lump for this, like a 13V Turbo 2 facelift engine.
Nice.
With gearbox, diff, all the drivetrain.
Oh yeah.
Dropped it off to Pip.
Yeah.
Obviously.
WGT.
No, PG Developments.
PG, okay.
Yeah, he left that place. He's retired now and he's doing bits on his own.
Okay.
Left it with him. He stripped it. Engine scrap. So like housings are dead, rotors are dead.
Engine is scrap.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow. The guy I bought it off blew it up at Three Sisters. Well, blew a coolant seal. I think he had it sat for way longer than what he told me he has.
Okay.
And it's just rotten the housings and stuff. So housings are like $9.50 each. And you have to import them, so all the shipping costs.
Jesus Christ.
So basically, yeah, that idea.
Okay. So 2J. Now I know you've had a 2J knocking around
He's still knocking around, yeah. So
imagine having a 2J just knocking around.
But yeah, it's a GE.
Yep.
Which
NA.
Yeah, NA VVTi.
We know all the things that you need to do to one of those to make them. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay.
Good time. ZF box.
Yeah.
I've got the adapter. I've got the clutch. I've got management, ECU master. I've got injectors. I've basically collected a lot of parts for that setup.
Oh, so it's fucking
over the years.
It's ready to go, basically.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And obviously, financially wise, I think everyone's really struggling. So I priced it per K series, and even doing all the fabrication myself, I'm probably looking at $7 to $8 grand.
Yeah.
In just like
bits.
A rear sump for a K20 is like 1,200 quid from. Is it TF Works or something?
Yeah.
So it's a big deal. Obviously, you can still get in engines. What is it? The Honda, not the Integra, Accord.
Yeah.
You can get like a K20 or K24 for like 500-600 quid. But to get it to a state where you can put it into like a rear-wheel drive setup and have it working and stuff, it's a lot of money.
So shit, you've got a long way to go still.
Yeah, but obviously.
So you're still confident that you can do this year, next year? Yeah.
I think if like finances weren't an issue, I definitely could.
Yeah. Okay.
But then again, there is a lot of things which still needs to be fabricated.
Yep.
Like I know it's at a stage where it looks good, it's painted, but.
Well, you're gonna have to start fucking with this hole if you're gonna have a different gearbox and shit in it.
No, it'll be fine. It's a ZF box, quite short.
Okay.
So I reckon it'll be similar case to like your CD09.
Yeah.
Shifter relocation.
Yeah. Aim for the hole, that's all that matters.
Plus on a ZF it's easier because you have like a remote shifter.
Oh yeah, you can put that pretty much anywhere you want.
Yeah, and then you just, you put like a pin in between.
And that is a big fucking hole, to be fair.
It's a nice hole, isn't it?
It's not a patch on my hole.
Oh, I mean...
My hole that I cut with an angle grinder.
Was it a 9-inch?
Yeah, it was.
All modifying is done with a 9-inch.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's not very interesting. This isn't on brand, but like I was on my own. I was trying to put the gearbox in for the first time, not the time we actually did it, but put it in. I was like, I'll just make it fit, and then I realised I needed to be in 2 places at once. I was like, I'll just guess. I'll look down, I'll guess, and I'll cut there like that. And then I did nothing else with it. I never made it neat, never made it tidy, never did anything. I literally got some carpet out of my house, cut a hole in the middle of it, plopped it over, and that was the end of that. Yeah. Right, well, this has been a real good catch up with you and your RX-7, Adam. My God, it's been a long journey, and it's nice to see that it's in a really good place and not just rotting on a driveway in Manchester.
It's at a stage now where, it'll be able to see progress because I'm not taking bits off, I'm not cutting metal, not fabricating. I'm actually cleaning parts up, chucking them back,
putting it back together.
Bucket seats back in. It'll look more of a car, like day by day sort of thing.
Lit.
So it'll be nice. And hopefully, if not this year,
next year.
Not next year, then
it's tough. It's the 29th of December, so it's like this year. Next year. This time doesn't exist.
It's definitely not this year.
No.
Maybe next year. Maybe
Definitely not this year. You never know, man. This time.
Maybe we've got 2 days.
Bye.